Okay, we're going to enter a bill pay invoice. So we're going to go to the drop down here where it says add bill pay invoice. And that's going to take you to this screen here, add bill pay invoice. And the first thing we're going to do is determine who we're going to pay. Now, before we do that, let's talk a little bit about add bill pay invoice. A bill pay invoice is usually utilities, like your gas bill or your shop rent or your electric bill. It's usually a bill that is reoccurring monthly. It could also be a bill that you paid to have some equipment worked on, for example. It's pretty much anything that you want to track that does not have returns. Okay, so that's mainly going to be, like we talked about, your utilities and different repair type bills. Let's say you had to have the plumber come in and fix the toilet. That would be a bill pay invoice. Okay, so we're going to start with the invoice. You'll have the invoice in front of you. The invoice that we're going to do here as an example today just happens to be my accountant. So you'll start typing the name of the company in. Okay, and that brings it up on the drop down. You always want to select from the drop down. So we're going to pay this bill to the CPA. The invoice date is the 7th of February. The invoice number is 118159. So your invoice number goes here. And then your payment method. Your payment method you'll select from the drop down, which is right here. And in this particular case, it's checking account. So we'll select checking. Actually, this function is temporarily out of order, so we're not going to be able to do that. The amount that we're going to pay the accountant is $145. That goes here. Now the category and subcategory, when we set this supplier up, we determined what category we were going to put it in, so that automatically populated, and the subcategory automatically populated. If you have any notes that you want to, just maybe a reminder, maybe you had called the accountant and discussed a certain thing with this invoice, you could put those notes in there and refer back to them later. And then once you get all the information in there for the bill pay invoice, you're going to hit the save button, and that's basically going to save it. Once we saved it, it took us to search for a bill pay invoice. We're not going to get into that right now, but if you were to want to search for a bill pay invoice, you would put the supplier and select a date range and possibly amount. You could use any of these fields to do that search. I hope this information was beneficial. Thank you.